Shalom, shalom. This is the Brothers of Bach coming back with another lesson. Lord willing, this will be edifying. So I'd like to start off by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors unto my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Salutation, peace, and blessings to the hopeful elect of the house of Israel, those who are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and are waiting on Yahushai to come and deliver us from this wicked kingdom. All right? So let's get into it. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. So it says here in Nahum 1:7, the Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. So again, you put your trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he will defend you. It says the name of the Lord is a strong tower. It's a defense. The Lord is at the end of the day, man, if you're not walking in the fear of the Lord, if you're not walking under the protection of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in the day of Jacob's trouble, in the days of trouble, you might as well wait for death, man. You might as well dig your own grave. Okay, because if you're not walking in the fear of the Lord and the Lord is not protecting you in those days, you're gonna be destroyed, man. Okay, because it's gonna be a day like none ever in the history of mankind. So again, it says the Lord is good, and He is He's a stronghold in the day of trouble. The Lord is gonna protect you in that time, man. If you don't seek for the Lord, if you don't seek for mercy right now, the Lord is gonna forsake you in those days, man. Okay. It says here in John 14:1, let not your hearts be troubled. Let not your heart be troubled. Believe in the Most High, believe also in me. So again, Yahushua is telling he's telling us not to be troubled. The Lord has not given us a spirit of fear. Okay, but first you have to trust in the Lord. Putting your trust in the Lord, having faith that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to protect you. That in a sense, you're still in the flesh. Of course, you're going to be afraid of certain things that happen, but we're not moving according to the spirit of fear. We're walking according to the spirit of faith, knowing that the Lord is going to protect us regardless of what's going to happen unto us, man. Regardless of what we have to face, the challenges that come our way. Okay, that's why the Lord said, "Let not your hearts be troubled. Yea, believe in the Most High, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would not have told you. I go to prepare a place for you." The Lord is setting up a place for us, man. The Lord is setting us a kingdom. Okay? The Lord is not lying. The Lord is setting up a place for us. At the end of the day, the Lord He has a place for us, man. Regardless if you die on this side, regardless if you stay alive until the return of Yahushua, the Lord has a place for us, man. You have to believe it, man. Okay? Regardless of what happens in your life, regardless of what happens in the time of Jacob's trouble, you have to know that the Lord is preparing a place for you, man. Okay? If I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself. The Lord is going to receive you, man. He's telling the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is the comforter. Through these words, we comfort ourselves, man. Knowing that this is not the end all be all. Okay, the being under captivity under the oppressors. Okay, under the other nations. Knowing that the Lord has something prepared for us at the end of this nightmare. Okay, because this is ultimately what this is, man. This kingdom is a nightmare. It's something out of a bizarre world, man. This is the upside down world, man, and it has to be destroyed. Okay, this is not our rest. Okay, the Lord has prepared a place for us where dwelleth righteousness, man. We have a city to come. Okay, this is not for us to be established, man. This is not for us to be striving, but rather this is our punishment. Okay, this is why we're not seeking to stay here. Our mindset is not geared to this place. We try our best to be completely detached from this world, because knowing that the system, this society is gonna break. This whole government, this society is gonna be destroyed, man. Okay, so we're not placing our mindset upon this thing, but rather upon the heavens, upon righteousness, upon Yahweh Shai. Okay, because He said that He's preparing a place for us. Okay. So it says here, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, that ye may be also. And whither I go, ye know that the way ye know. Salakia. It says here in Luke 12:31, but seek ye rather the kingdom of the Most High. Like I said, we're seeking the kingdom first. We're not putting this our lives. We're not putting our own feelings or emotions, our own ambitions over exceed the search for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and His righteousness. Okay, but seek ye the kingdom, and all these things shall be added unto you. Good life, a long life. All the blessings. All the Lord has prepared a place for us, man. Okay. And again, we're going through the fire right now. We're suffering right now so that we are not going to be punished with the rest of the world, man. Okay? It says here, fear not, little flock. Again, the Lord is not giving us a spirit of fear. Fear not. Why? Because the Lord is going to protect us in the days to come. When this society breaks down, when we hear about famines, when we hear about World War III, when we hear that the MOTB is here and implemented, and people are, if going against taking the MOTB is punishable by death, we're going to rejoice in that time. Why? Because we know that the Lord is coming back soon, man, to deliver us. And that is why we're not fearing. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. And now we know that the Lord wants to give us the kingdom. It is His pleasure. Even Yahweh Shai is preparing a place for us. But now you have to work. It says here in Sirach 51 and 30, work your work be time, and in His time He will give you your reward. And what is that reward? The kingdom, rulership, everlasting life, immortality, spiritual powers, all these things. But first you have to work. First you have to go through that fire. You have to show your worth. Okay, you have to show that you deserve it, man. Just as Yahweh Shai endured the affliction, just as Yahweh Shai suffered the cross, we also have to suffer, man, to obtain that reward. Okay, because it said the master is not the servant is not greater than the master. Just as Yahweh Shai went through hell, just as Yahweh Shai had to go through affliction and persecution, that's the same way that we have to go through suffering and affliction. Because it says, look at the author and finisher of our faith, and how his end, he's sitting at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. Okay, that's his reward, man. It says, all power is given unto me. Okay, all power is given unto Yahweh Shai. And when he comes back, he's going to make it known to the world, man. Okay, and for us to be joint heirs unto him, we have to endure until the end also, because the Lord endured until the end. He put his life down. Okay, but again, we have to trust in the Lord. Okay, it says here in Proverbs 1 and 33, but whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely. If you hearken unto Yahweh Bashim Shai, you shall dwell safely in the time of destruction. Why? Because the Lord is going to protect you. It says the Lord is a strong tower and is a stronghold in the day of trouble. Salakia. But whoso hearken unto me, so whoso obeys the voice of Yahweh Bashim Shai, shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from the fear of evil. Again, we're going to be stable. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. Okay? He shall make a man more precious than the gold of our fear. Why? Because he's going to be in his right mind. Okay? Again, the Israelite man that's hearkening unto the Lord. Okay? We shall be safe from the fear of evil. We shall dwell safely in the time of trouble. Why? Because the Lord is protecting us. Because the Lord is sending His mercy upon us, man. Okay? Ultimately, it's not of ourselves. We can't deliver ourselves, man. The Lord is working a great deliverance for us. It's all through the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? So it says here in James 5, it's like a Job 5 and 17, behold, happy is the man whom the Most High corrected. Therefore, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord. So again, like I said, pertaining to Yahweh Shai, pertaining to how we have to go through afflictions, we're counting happy, because when the world is going to be suffering, weeping, and being suffering affliction, we're going to be stable. We're going to be sustained. We're going to be held up by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He's going to take care of us in that time, man. Okay? For He maketh sore and biteth up. He wounded, and His hands make whole. He shall deliver thee, who? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yet in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine He shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourges of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Okay, at the destruction of this place, at the news of World War III, at the news of famine, at the news of death, massive death, and we're gonna be rejoicing. We're gonna be glad. We will not be afraid. Again, Salakia, you might be afraid because you're in the flesh, but deep down the spirit is going to rejoice, knowing that this is the end of this wickedness. The end of wickedness is coming to the final curtains, the final curtain call. Okay, wickedness is coming to an end. Okay, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. The Lord is going to give us a different spirit in that time, man. Like I said, you might be afraid, but you're gonna laugh. You're gonna rejoice in that time. You're gonna be in a different mindset than the people in the world that don't know what's going on. Okay, first off, because they're not walking in the fear of the Lord. They don't even know the Lord. They don't even know about prophecies. While they had the time to study, to show themselves approved, to tap into the salvation, to tap into the spirit of Yahweh Hashem El Shai, to understand the times that we're about to come in. They refuse and they reject it. They pull away their shoulder and turn their back to the Lord. So in that time, without that knowledge, like I said, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of your time. Without that understanding, Salakia, these people are going to be through. Okay, it says the mighty man shall be as a woman in that day, man. Okay, so even the men, they're going to be like, excuse my language, they're going to be like pussies, man. They're going to be like pussies running around, man. Everyone is like, they won't even have might in their hands, man. Only the men of the Lord are going to be stable in that time. And that is why, again, we're going to be as the gold of a fear. We're going to be precious in that time, man. Okay? To be with a man of the Lord in that time is going to be as salvation for these people, man. So they're going to be looking for us, man. Lord willing, myself, you brothers, you sisters watching, we're part of that number. Okay? It says again, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the field, of the earth. For thou shalt be in league with the stones and with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. So again, even these wild animals, man, we're going to be at peace with them, man. But the Lord is going to put a spirit on these animals to attack these other people that forsook the Lord, starting with the 2/3. And we know that judgment begins at the house of the Lord. Okay, so the 2/3 of Israel is going. You might see a bear come out of nowhere, start killing people, but he sees you and he passes you. He doesn't even, he might even let you pet him, and then he keeps on going and killing heathens and stuff of that nature. Okay, so it says here, and thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt be visited and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shall not sin. Verse 27, lo, this we have searched it, and so it is. Hear it and know that it is for thy good. So ultimately, the Lord is going to make all these things happen for our good. It is good for the wicked kingdom to be destroyed. It is good for these people to be judged for their wickedness, for forsaking the Lord. Okay, it's all good, man. And again, during all that time, the Lord is going to protect his elect. Okay, those that put their trust in him. As it says, the Lord knows who puts its trust in him. So again, this is the time that we're now, before the days of Jacob's trouble. We're building ourselves up in the spirit, doing our spiritual push-ups, so that in that time of trouble, we are already exercised in the sense of walking according to faith. Okay, we're already exercising, putting our trust in the Lord. Okay, going through that fire, ultimately, that's that purification process is ultimately to establish the fact that you must trust in the Lord during that time, man. All this little tribulation and affliction that we're going through is really for the Lord to build your muscle up, to build your muscle up for the time of trouble that is about to happen. All these things is really just a practice for the real showdown, which is Jacob's trouble. Okay, in that time you really have to walk in the spirit, man, because that's going to be the walking in the spirit is going to be the difference between death and life. Okay, so you have to be able to exercise that sense. Okay, in a sense, the sixth sense or the seventh sense. You have to exercise it so you're able to when the Lord is showing you signs. Don't go left, go right. To the spirit. Okay, I feel through the spirit that I have to go right. Okay, so you go. And that's ultimately the Lord directing you. You have those little instances. And I'm sure you brothers, if you're spiritual, you can attest to when the spirit is telling you something. Or it's time for you to move. Don't stay in this spot. Move. Or things of that nature. We have to tune into the spirit to to exercise it, man. Those little signs, the little tests that we go through is for us to build our faith up, man. Okay? So it says here in Isaiah 65:13, therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat. Who? My servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. So the others, if you're not serving the Lord, you're going to be hungry. And that is why at famine and death we shall laugh. Why? Because we're eating. Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. We're a part of that number. His servants are going to eat. Okay? But the others are going to be hungry. And that's going to be funny. Why? Because we've been warning the people. Okay? So in that time, when we're eating good, and these people, their ribs are showing. Okay? It's going to be funny unto us. Why? Because we warned them already, man. That's the biggest I told you so in the history of I told you so's, man. Okay? Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Okay, like I said, we're going to laugh at famine. We're going to rejoice. Why? Because we know that Yahushua is on his way back. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy and of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow and of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. So again, there's going to be the two extremes. One people, a very small few are going to be happy. They're going to rejoice. They're going to be glad. And the rest of the world, they're going to mourn. They're going to howl. They're going to have vexation of spirit. Why? Because they're suffering. While these people are suffering, a small number are going to be rejoicing because we know that Yahushua is on his way back. Okay? It says here in 2 Ezra 2:24, abide still, O my people, and take thy rest, meaning thy comfort, thy peace. Rest goes into peace. For thy quietness shall still come. Nourish thy children, O thou good nurse, establish their feet. As for the servants whom I have given thee, there shall not one of them perish. The Lord's going to protect us. Again, the Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation and to reserve the wicked unto destruction. Roughly paraphrasing, the ungodly unto the destruction. Okay? And again, it doesn't mean that there are going to be some elect that are going to have to be martyrs for the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. But again, the Lord's going to raise them back up, man. Okay? It's an easy thing for the Lord to bring us back to life. Okay? So it says here, for I required them among thy number. Be not weary. Again, weary meaning afraid. Weary meaning agitated or without faith. Okay? Don't be weary. Okay? For when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, because there's going to be a time of heaviness, a time of sorrow, a time of great death, a time of famine, a time of destruction. Okay? When that time cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, like I said before, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. We're going to be glad. We're going to be good. We're going to be merry. And we're going to have. The Lord is going to sustain us, man. We're going to have food. We're going to have water. We're going to have everything that we need to survive. But these other people, they're going to suffer. They're going to die of famine and thirst. They're going to kill each other, man. While we're walking in the fear of the Lord, these people it's going to be all out chaos, man. Okay? That's the two extreme, and again, that's a small fringe minority that's gonna be merry, that's gonna have abundance, that's gonna be protected. Why? Because they put their trust in the Lord, because they walk in the fear of the Lord. Okay, they're seeking for the Lord now. We are seeking the Lord now. We're praying that we may obtain mercy in the time of trouble, so that the Lord may shine His face upon us, and that He shows mercy upon us during the time of judgment. Okay. Well, and that's the thing that these people in the world are not doing. They're not seeking after the Lord. So when the Lord comes to send down His angels of those spirit of vengeance, they're gonna go out and do the work, man. As pertaining to Ezekiel 9:4, set a mark upon those that sigh and cry. We're crying, we're sighing right now. Okay, right now we're crying, and right now these people are rejoicing. They're having fun. They're partying, YOLOs. They're on that YOLO tip. Okay. But when the roles are reversed, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna party. Might not party, but we're gonna be good. We're gonna be sustained in the time of trouble. And these people are gonna be having a hell of a time. It says here, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall not be able to do nothing against thee, said the Lord. Not me. I didn't say this. It's the Lord that said that. These people are gonna envy us because we're eating, we're doing good, but they won't be able to touch us, man. Okay. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell, meaning corruption, meaning death, meaning the grave. Okay, we will not see hard times, meaning a grievous condition. It also says here, be joyful, O thy mother, with thy children, for I will deliver thee, said the Lord. Who will deliver us? The Lord. The Lord is going to protect us in the time of trouble. Isaiah 31:5, as birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem, defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over it, he will preserve it. So again, it's all of the Lord, man. So this is why you have to turn back to Yahweh Shem Shai. Fear the Lord and keep his commandments so that you may obtain that mercy, so that the Lord may show his love upon you, man. Okay? Through walking after the commandments, through walking after Yahweh Shai, through fearing the Lord, you will be preserved in the time of destruction. Okay? It says here in Proverbs 10:2, treasures of wickedness profit nothing. Whatever the world has to offer, it profited nothing, especially in the time of trouble. It says they will cast their gold and their silver in the streets. Pertaining to that money, pertaining to whatever they have that they thought was salvation. They're going to cast it in the street because it won't profit them in the time of trouble. It says gold and silver deliver it not in the days of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. And what is the righteousness? Walking after Yahweh Shai, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and fearing the Lord. That will deliver you from death. Why? Because the Lord will give you mercy in the time of trouble. Okay? But if you're not walking according to these things, the Lord is not going to protect you in those days, man. Okay? The Lord will not suffer the souls of the righteous to famish, but he casteth away the substance of the wicked. So if you're wicked, if you're not seeking after the Lord in that time, man, whatever you might be a billionaire today, and tomorrow you're gonna be like the scum of the earth, man. Okay? In the time of Jacob's trouble, you're gonna be low, man. You might, and again, even if you're one of the top elites hiding in a bunker, when your Yahushai comes back, man, you're gonna be dragged out by your feet out of that bunker, and you're gonna go into the you're gonna be the first fruit of slavery, man. Pertaining to the elites of this world, the wicked elites of the world. Okay. So it says here in Psalms 34:8, "Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is good. Blessed is the man that trusted in him." Okay, you're blessed. Why? Because the Lord's gonna protect you. You're protected. Okay, not that soprano protected, but you're protected. Okay, not that I paid for tithes, I should have been protected. No, man, you're protected through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai if you trust in him. Oh, fear the Lord, or fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, ye his saints, meaning the Israelites. The Israelites are the saints, those that are descended from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? No, not no Mother Teresa, not no whatever other saints, Edomites that they have, so-called saints. The saints are from the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So you have to be an Israelite to be a saint. Okay? For there is no want to them that fear the Lord. What does that mean? The Lord is going to preserve you. There is no want because you're going to eat, you're going to drink, you're going to be stable, you're going to be all right, man. The Lord is going to protect you. You're going to be covered. Okay? The same way that it says in the book of Job, when Satan went to go see the Lord, when there was a meeting, Satan told unto the Lord, "Hasn't thou placed a hedge about Job?" So that means that the Lord protected Job. No, Satan couldn't touch Job. And why is that? Because Job eschewed evil. He abstained from doing wickedness. Okay? So during that time, the Lord was placing a protection on Job. And that's the protection that we wish that we hope to have in the days to come. Okay? Because through that protection, we'll be delivered. Okay? Through that protection that comes from the Lord, man. Ultimately, it's the Lord that's going to set a hedge. As it says, the Lord, those that fear the Lord, angels of the Lord encampeth upon those that fear the Lord. Okay? So if you're truly doing the work, the Lord has angels around you, man, watching over you, protecting you, man. By a decree of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. That comes from on top of the pyramid, man. That comes from on top of the chain, the food chain. Okay? That order to protect the elects, that comes from the top of the food chain, man. Okay? So it says here in John 4:13, Yahushua answered and said unto her, "Whoso drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life." So again, when it says those that fear the Lord shall have no want. If you truly believe and in this doctrine, if you truly walking after Yahushai, you shall never thirst. Okay, meaning that you're not gonna look for any other doctrine. You're not gonna look for any other answers because you found the answer. It's Yahushai, walking after Yahushai, fearing the Lord and keeping the commandments. Okay? You will never thirst again because you know the truth, and that will lead you to everlasting life. Okay, so even if you die on this side, the Lord will bring you back, man. Okay? That's what it means to never thirst again. Okay, because yes, you have to eat every day. It's not because you found the truth that you're not gonna eat anymore, that you're not gonna drink anymore, but rather that spiritually you're gonna be filled. Okay, spiritually you're gonna be completed. Okay, so in the time of Jacob's trouble, the Lord is gonna protect you, man. Even if you have to go 2, 3 days, 4 days without food, man, you're still gonna walk in the faith. You're still gonna walk in the fear of the Lord. Okay, knowing that He will protect you, knowing that He will provide for you, regardless of your situation. Okay, so it says here in Sirach 34:13, the spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live. That's deep. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live. So the spirit of those that fear not the Lord shall die. So that's the balance. You don't fear the Lord, you'll die. You fear the Lord, you'll live. Okay? For their hope is in Him that saveth them. So our hope, I'll read that again. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in Him that saveth them. So our hope is in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We trust in the Lord to deliver us, and we're gonna be saved. Okay? Those that hope in carnal things, that hope in Isa Edom, that hope in materialistic things, they're gonna be destroyed because these things cannot save them. Isa Edom can't save himself. Now he's out here talking about, we have the solution to immortality. We'll just transfer your consciousness into a computer so that way you can live forever. No, man, that's not gonna work, man. That witchcraft is low level, man. And again, the Lord has set a bound, man. You can't. There's a limit to what you can do, man. And that's just lies, man. You're not gonna do that, man. All right. He said there's a limit to your power, and that power was given to you by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and you won't get to where you want it to get, man. Okay, in the fullness of your sufficiency, the Lord is gonna rain His wrath upon you, man. Okay, so it says here, whoso feareth the Lord shall not fear nor be afraid, for He is his hope. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is our hope. We're walking with confidence, with faith that the Lord is gonna protect us. We're walking boastfully, man. It says he that glory, let him glory in this, that he knoweth and understand, that he knows the Lord, man. That he understand that the Lord is well pleased with judgment, righteousness. Okay, roughly paraphrasing, but that's what it is, man. And we are not afraid because we know that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to protect us, man. Deep down, we know that He's going to protect us if we obey His voice. Okay, who has the Lord despised? Whoever called upon His name, whoever walketh after righteousness. It says, he that dwelleth with wisdom becometh a friend of the Most High, man. Okay, where have you ever, unless you're in the world, because the world shows fake love, but where in the world, where in the scriptures have you seen someone who had a good friend that he betrayed him? It says here, blessed is the soul of him that feareth the Lord, to whom doth he look, and he is his strength. For the eyes of the Lord are upon them that love Him, and He is their mighty protection and strong stay. For the eyes of the Lord are upon them that love Him. So if you truly what is the love of the Lord? The love of the Lord is keeping His commandments. The love of the Lord is fearing Him. The love of the Lord is obeying His voice. Okay? So if you do all these things, the Lord loves you, man. Okay? For He is their mighty protection, not just protection, but mighty protection and strong stay, a defense from the heat and a cover from the sun at noon, a preservation from stumbling and a help from falling. So the Lord is gonna protect us, man. Okay, He's a mighty protection, a strong stay, a defense. The Lord has our back. All we have to do is put our trust in Him and obey His voice, man. As a father protects his son, that's the same way that the Lord will protect us if you're obedient, if you're a good child unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. If you're a good, faithful servant, the Lord will protect you. It says the Lord, the eyes of the Lord are upon those that fear Him. Okay? They're upon those that love Him. Okay? So it says here, I'll close up with this. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 14. For the hope of the ungodly is like dust that is blown away with the wind, like a thin froth that is driven away from the storm, like as if the smoke which is dispersed here and there with a tempest and passed away as a remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day. So like I said, this kingdom is nothing but a nightmare. This is nothing but a shadow. This is nothing but a vision of the night that's gonna pass away. And their hope, their hope, their dreams, all these things are gonna vanish. It's gonna be nothing in the kingdom of Yahweh compared to the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? Because again, our kingdom, the kingdom of Yasher Allah, the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, is gonna be an eternal kingdom, and we're gonna be able, and the children of Israel are gonna live forever. Okay. So we're gonna enjoy that. We're gonna enjoy our substance. We're gonna enjoy our children. We're gonna enjoy our rulership. We won't have the fear of, oh man, I wonder. I hope that these heathens are not gonna rise up against us and take our place. No, man, that's not gonna happen. We're gonna have a perpetual kingdom in the days under Yahushai, when Yahushai comes and establishes righteousness on the earth. Okay. But again, the hope of the wicked is nothing. Is vanity, man. Their hope is vanity. It's ultimately useless. Okay, because that's not gonna happen. Okay, it says it's like a remembrance of a guest that tarrieth but a day. It's not gonna stay here forever, man. Okay. Esau Edom is on the seat. Esau Edom is just warming up the seat. But eventually, it says, as it says, sit down on the dust. Come down to the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. There is no throne for thee, man. So they're not going to be in power anymore, man. Right? So it says here, but the righteous shall live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. The Lord is going to take care of us, man. The reward is with the Lord, and the care of us is with the Lord. The Lord cares for his elect. Okay? The Lord cares for those that love him, those that seek after him, man. If you're one of those, man, if you're one of those people, if you're one of those men or women, seeking after the Lord, man, count yourself blessed, and just know and just trust in the Lord that he has your back, regardless of what situation you go through, man. Okay? So it says here, therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom. Like I said, a perpetual kingdom, royalty, rulership over these nations. Okay? Authority, power, It says here, they shall receive, therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom. Not just a glorious kingdom, right? And a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand, and with his right hand he shall cover thee, and with his arm he shall protect you. He shall protect them. So again, putting your trust in the Lord, putting your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai now is gonna translate. Is gonna translate into protection. It's gonna translate into safety. It's gonna translate into having food, being sustained in the days of trouble. When there's a famine, you're gonna eat. When there's a drought, you're gonna drink. Okay. When the people are out there killing each other, murdering each other, when there's all out chaos in the world, you're gonna be protected. You're gonna be hid from all these things, man. According to the mercy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? So that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. I'd like to give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Hashem Racha Kodash. Double honors unto my teachers, the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Salutations unto the hopeful elect. DTA Ababa Kwam Yasha Allah. Until next lesson, Shalom. Lord willing, this was edifying.